Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you an analysis, or I'm going to be doing an analysis of the things that we have so far about the Resurrection map pack. First off, the first three screenshots if you haven't seen them, which if you haven't seen them you've been under a rock. This is the Inside Xbox Insider Moves. At the end you'll see some gameplay of the new Resurrection map, Moon. As you can see, there is the quantum entanglement device as the tactical grenade. He has an ability to put on his helmet, and there's the quantum entanglement device. Because of the bad quality, I had to kind of help you out to see what the zombie is doing. He's pretty much floating and flying kind of thing towards the nearest person after the quantum entanglement device is used. This is probably the defect, or like what will happen if it goes bad. As you can see on the bottom left right here, there's a perk, and it kind of looks like, if you zoom in, that there's more than one gun on that perk. Later on you'll see inside of the comic book for the map a gun mule, which I'm assuming means you have 3 guns instead of only 2. Okay, the next screenshot here is the positive effect of the quantum entanglement device. It blows up pretty much everything. As you can see, it's a big explosion. There are multiple explosions. And this is the very start of the official trailer by Treyarch. As you can see, we still have crawlers, which I know on some forums people were saying we wouldn't. On the background, it appears to be the same perk as we see later on in the trailer, so hopefully there might be 2 perks, but I doubt it. You can see the box light and the earth in the background, and I'd also like to point out that it kind of looks like a monkey type round, so I'm wondering if on this round something special will happen because of the effect that you see. On to the next one. Right here you see that this is the wave gun. Now the wave gun, as you can see, the Russian Nikolai is holding it by the back of the gun instead of holding it on both parts of the gun, where the grip is right here. And if you look closer, you can see there is a trigger right here, and there's also a grip. It kind of looks like, if you look at a screenshot of the wave gun, it shows it kind of looks like it's 2 guns. So I'm thinking you might hit like a D-pad and then it'll separate the gun and you'll have 2, and then it'll have some kind of other effect. This is the kind of purplish mist, or purple mist that comes out of the gun when you shoot it. It pretty much makes a zombie go crazy and then blow up like this. It's pretty graphical. As you can see here, I circled a little piece of the helmet here, and you can see in a reflection a very graphical zombie. Some people are thinking that this might be Sam. If you don't know who Sam is, it's pretty much the controller of the zombies. She controls the zombies' movements, and she also drops the perks. She has a demonic side and a, I'd assume, nice side. Okay, so here is a screenshot of your spacesuit, and it appears that you go up to the spacesuit and you'll probably buy it or equip it, and then you're allowed to go outside, because it's a D-pad option, and as you can see, he's not wearing it right now, but later on in the trailer you see all of the characters have spacesuits. And then there's with one of our characters with the spacesuit on. As you can see, we get Darius, Varuk, Shinonuma, Moon, and Nocturne, the 4 original maps. If you have the Hardened or Prestige edition of this game, you can get it for free by downloading the from your download history. And then here's something I haven't seen on any other analysis videos. The door seems to close when you go through it. As you can see, it's kind of half open right now. I wasn't able to get a screenshot of it being open because it's like 2 frames to where this happens. It's insanely fast. I don't blame people for not seeing it. And then here is one of the many gravity lifts, as I like to call them. The gravity lifts, it appears you just walk on it and it shoots you up. We don't know if the zombies can go through yet. They might or might not be able to. And then here's an overall picture of the map. As you can see to the left, it's detextured, meaning you can't go over there, but you can see that there are caverns and caves underneath at decent size because of the light coming from the ground. And then you see the big saw type thing. I don't really know what to call it, but it's a saw, and it appears to go down, maybe at random times, maybe it's a trap, who really knows. And here, if you zoom in a bit, he appears to be playing on Area 51. You can see the American flag, which leads you to think it's Area 51, and you can notice that you can see his gun and all of his ammo and his points, but you can't see the round yet. So I'm thinking he just started the game and it's just now starting. So you might spawn in Area 51, you might spawn on the moon, who knows, maybe 2 people spawn on the moon, 2 people spawn on Area 51. It's really unknown until the map is released. Now here's our perk. If you zoom in real far, you can see that there's like a cowboy hat or a sombrero. When I think of a mule, I think of probably Mexico, and I think of people in sombreros walking the mule to wherever they need to go. So I'm thinking that that sombrero, or it may possibly be a cowboy hat, which I doubt, is representing the mule. And then you see right there on top of it, it's like 3 guns. As we get better, you can see 3 individual parts. So hopefully we can have 3 guns. We might not be able to. Now here's one of the wonder weapons. It appears to be, it's very similar to a different gun, and it might not be a different gun. You might be able to pull it apart like the wave gun appears to be able to. However, the Akimbo, it pretty much shocks the zombies, just like the Wonder Waffle. If you completed the achievement on Shangri-La, or if you played World at War, you should know what that does. It's pretty overpowered. And then as you can see here, the middle section kind of looks like there's a separation there. Maybe that's where you pull it apart. And you see it's pretty much the same purple mist, except for it has a different thing that happens. Pretty much the zombies just fall over and bleed out of their eyes and mouth. On to the next one, you see Nikolai, and you see, I think, Dempsey, and then you see someone going up a gravity lift, so you can tell that they're not just in the biodome right here, where you see a ton of them in the tree, which leads you to think it's a biodome. And then here's the saw type thing that I was pointing out earlier. There's the saw right there. It does circulate, and I'm assuming that it's kind of like an ascension, where it just randomly happens and tears up zombies to your convenience or to your non-convenience, I guess you could say. Okay, so here is your quick revive, which leads me to think that you might spawn on both areas, kind of like in one of the World at War maps. We really won't know until release date. On to the next one. Here you can see ice on your screen, which leads me to think that the comic, inside the comic book, it says space ice. I'm thinking it might have a greater meaning to it, because the guy's literally freezing and I don't see any water, so I don't know what's up with that yet. Okay, so here we see the power, we see a teleporter, we're obviously on the moon, and we see this little device right here, which, remember what it looks like, because I'll be pointing that out in a couple screenshots. Okay, so here's the crawler, which, yes, we have those stupid little crawlers from Kino der Toten. It kind of sucks, but I guess we can deal with it. Here is another door to show you what it looks like when it's closed. That's pretty much what it looks like. Okay, now here is the comic book. This is the starting, and remember that little device I pointed out? Well, here it is. It says sensational. I'm assuming it helps you. Maybe that's how you turn on the whole teleporter. You just find that and then you put it in. Here's a control panel, which you see this later on in the the DLC trailer. We have surprise money, or monkey, not money, and I can't really tell what that picture is. And then we have learn to draw, which I think it might mean learn to draw your weapon, or it might just mean learn to draw as in coloring. Here's a pack-a-punch, and then here's the gun mule, which leads me to think with the 3 guns right here that it's telling you you get to have 3 guns. Here's a bomb, and then it says free $50,000 cash. I'm thinking this might be the reward to the Easter egg, may or may not be. It's just one of my guesses. I assume that they'll do perks, but they've been doing that a couple times in a row. Who knows? Here we have Space Ice, which you can't really tell what any of this is, besides where you see a rocket here. Which, I mean, that could mean many things. We have the Thunder Gun, and then Gamma Ray Specs, right here. And then we have the Focusing Stone, the Golden Rod, and it says V Device, which I have no idea what this could possibly do. Maybe you build something with it. Maybe that's how they got the Quantum Entanglement device, for all I know. We have Zombie Economy, or Economy, I don't know how to spell it, pretty much making zombies laugh, or not spell, say. Idle here, I have no idea what that's for, and then it says Used Data Tapes, which I found interesting. Over here we have a shadow of some type of thing, we don't know what that is yet. Okay, so obviously you can see in this screenshot, when you run, if you jump, it's pretty much a halo jump. You start floating up in the sky pretty much, but you're gonna eventually land. And you don't go that high up. It's pretty much the same height as a halo jump, like you would in Halo 3. Okay, so here we go with the control panel. I haven't seen that in any videos either. I don't blame them yet again, because it's pretty much right there at the bottom of the screen. It was pretty hard to see. And then here we have a red barrel. I'm not for sure if that's just for scenery or if it's going to blow up when you shoot it, just like in every other game. Here we have a door. This might have a greater meaning because you can kind of see a sign in it. I have no idea what that might mean or do. And then this is something that caught my eye. Compared to the darker zombie right here, you see this zombie, and he's pretty much completely white. When you zoom in, you can tell he's completely white. He's wearing like torn pants, which obviously is a zombie. And it appears that that's either some of the same fog or it's blood, which would mean a new type of zombie. Maybe it's not the phasing zombie, it might be something else. We really don't know yet. It also doesn't look like he's wearing shoes. So it's whatever, we'll find out when we get the DLC. Here we have a teleporter, an American flag, which leads you to think that it's Area 51. And then you can obviously tell that this isn't just a little hallway, it's not like a little pack-a-punch area, because it looks like you can go over there, you can go over there, and you can go behind you. So we'll see. Some more crawlers and the wave device again. And then here's our last screenshot, the Illuminati. Or one of, I'm assuming, the Illuminati branches. It might not be the Illuminati. I apologize for saying that, misleading you. It's ZCODL. And I have no idea what that could possibly mean. Maybe it's for space, maybe these are the zombies. Who knows? My guess is it's probably Russian, just because it's about time that they have some kind of Russian organization. I mean, that's just my guess. Like, who knows, because of the space race, and it just seems logical that the Russians would try to build something in space. That's about it for this little tutorial thingy, or not tutorial, this little educational film, I guess you could say. I'll see you guys later. My gamertag is Dr. Steroids. Peace out.